All right, the fall is here, and that means it can definitely be a very good crankbait time of year. So I'm going to give you my favorite fall crankbait colors right now, kind of go through a few of my top options and why I choose those in the fall. Now, the fall is one of my favorite times of the year to throw a crankbait for a couple reasons. A lot of the reservoirs in the middle part of the country, they start to draw down just a little bit. So that means less bank cover is available. Some lakes, even grass, the shallower grass starts to die off. That can be a factor as well. Plus, you're going to have a lot of those bait fish that have been deeper in the reservoirs, deeper in the rivers. They're going to be starting to move shallower. When those bait fish move shallower, they are definitely going to be keyed in on bait fish and feeding up shallower. So let's get into crankbait season. I would have to say, number 1 and 2, not in any particular order, are this olive craw, or chrome olive, excuse me. It's got the chrome sides and that olive colored back, real bait fishy looking. Anything with chrome on the sides is a very, very good color in the fall. Like we just mentioned, a lot of those fish are feeding on shad, looking for shad, programmed for shad. You want something with some flash to it, and really all summer and then into the fall, that is one of my top choices. The water can be fairly dirty even, and that bad boy right there still works very well. Another one of my top options is citrus shad. Citrus shad's got that little flash to the sides with the scale pattern, and it's a very bright color. And I have caught a lot of fish in summer, and especially the fall crank period, with this color right here, because it stands out from all the other bait fish that are going to be running around. You're going to have hundreds and hundreds and thousands of whatever bait fish running around the banks, isolated cover, grass lines, things like that. You want something that pops, that kind of gets your attention, their attention, more of a trigger color right here. So that is definitely one of my top couple. But I mean, I would be remiss without mentioning Cellmate, probably one of my favorite colors just all year long, and in the fall as well. Cellmate's going to be one of my top colors. Probably going to go to Cellmate maybe when there's a little more cloud cover and I want more of that white, just that white bait fish color. I don't want that flash. If it's sunny, that flash is going to be a big trigger. No matter which one of these two flashy colors it is. Sun, a little extra flash, pops. Not as much sun. Sometimes the white actually pops more than the chrome if it's cloudy. But don't forget, just because it's fall and we know those fish are feeding on a lot of shad, they are also feeding heavily on crawfish as well. If I'm going rock crawler, green crawl, definitely one of my top options right there. I love, love, love this color. It's just an absolutely beautiful color. So many crawfish have this exact same color pattern right here. Love that color pattern right there. That's probably my favorite. I've probably caught more on that color rock crawler than any other ones. But another one worth mentioning, rusty crawl. I mean, you could see it's just a lot different toned down, not real bright, good for clear water. But if they're feeding on, those rockier banks, it's got that gold shimmer to it. That is a hugely overlooked color in the Spro Little John lineup. One more I was going to show you real quick is this bluegrass crawl right there. That is another great color right there. It's got those little orange hints in it. I actually took a picture of a crawfish in the fall that a bass had spit up out of Table Rock Lake, and this is what they matched it to. It looked just like that. And I said, man, that looks like bluegrass crawl, because it's got kind of a green pumpkin-y back, bluish on the sides, kind of a white belly with those little orange accents. Love that color as well. But just, you know, there's a lot of good colors. Don't overlook the crawfish colors and the spring craw type colors, or the red colors in the fall. They absolutely can work. And then, you know, your root beer can be a good color in the fall as well. I like that brown back in the fall. I've caught some really good bags in different places on that. But if you have a top color of a crankbait that you want to share with everybody out there in the fall, drop that down in there as well. I want to know, is it cellmate? Is it citrus shed? Is it something else that we're not mentioning? Fall crankbait colors, a lot of fun. I love crankbait fishing. I think everybody knows that. Love crankbait fishing. The fall is definitely one of those times when that shallower cranking starts to gear back up. So make sure you're throwing the right colors in the fall. Experiment. Don't just stick with one. Experiment with different colors until you can find the one that's dialed in, find the right action, the right depth, whether it's a rock crawler, little john, or something else, and you will boat a lot of fish in the fall. So get out there, good luck, and be sure to drop down there what you throw.